So I was like, you need to start like a video with some energy. So let's go. Lol. So I was like contemplating or some shit, like thinking of what video should I do and make and whatever. And this thought came to my mind. Like I was thinking, what's common between me, like the earlier me, who wasn't doing all this discipline stuff, and everybody else like who's also not doing disciplined stuff, making progress in whatever they want in life. What is the difference between us? And I was like thinking about that, and it's just like it like clicked like 1 second ago. And I was like, bro, this is like this one common thing that's like inhibiting almost every young man out there. You can't even call yourself as a young man, you're a boy, because you don't behave like a man. It's like by your behavior you can, you're like physically by age wise maybe considered as a man, but you don't have any characteristics, you don't lead a community, you do not provide, you don't do anything masculine. So then you can't consider yourself as a man. You're still a man child. So where was I? So like this one thing, it's like inhibiting you from achieving whatever you want, whatever goals you have. Before like I tell you what that one thing is, let me ask you something. What do we have like in common, like all guys, like or like desire that's like ingrained in our like being. This is one thing that we have in common, all of us, despite of race. I was going to say gender, but no. Fuck you, bitches. Jay, I'm joking, by the way, in this society that's hypersensitive to any comments. I'm just saying I didn't mean that literally, so don't murder me for that, like for expressing my opinion. Oh yeah, I'm getting on a side tangent, but no, no, no. Okay, I'll just cut to the chase. So this one thing that we all have in common as guys, it is a sense of a desire to achieve and to have so like there's like in the um, main thing of a sense to achieve something in life is status, pride, and fulfillment. Interesting. Yeah. In status, like we need a sense of hierarchy above other guys, because when we are like pretty low in the social like hierarchy, you get depressed and sad. We'll come back to this point like later in the video, but next one, status, then a sense of fulfillment. We need to like, so like to get a sense of fulfillment, you need to achieve something, right? Okay, interesting. And then status, fulfillment, and what is it next? Fuck. Pride. No, we need status, fulfillment. Main two things, status, fulfillment, and yeah, status and fulfillment mainly. I think I'm missing out at one point, but let's start off with fulfillment. We all want fulfillment. Maybe we can get in real life, we can get it in through like I don't know, achieving a hobby or a goal or something that you set out to do. And status, it is getting competent in something where people are like you're better than like most people, so then they look up to you, so then that's a sense of status. So then what is the problem nowadays? No one's like, if like this is the most important thing that like as young men we desire, then why is like almost everybody just contented like sitting in their crusty as gaming chair watching hentai or some shit? Why is like everybody satisfied with that life? Like why? Whereas for us, like almost everybody, it's like we have that desire to like achieve something, but then we are like all satisfied or like we are procrastinating on the goals we set out to do. I tell you why, because we got complacent. And few nerds, pretty, I call them geniuses because They did something that's pretty incredible. They saw this market for young men, a market of untapped potential and resources where they can exploit it and get a lot. Like if you get a hand and grab of some like exploited like resource that nobody has gotten to, it's like it has vast potential for whatever you want. So then the part like the thing that they found like they could what do you say utilize and exploit was that sense of wanting to have status and achieve something in life for young men. So then who are these people who um, found this untapped resource, I guess? Game designers. You're like what? But like game designers, they saw in us a chance to like craving for a sense of hierarchy first thing, second thing a sense of accomplishment, and yeah, what do I mean again? So by sense of hierarchy, they in games they made this thing where there's like skill levels. You take put in work and then you get reward for that. Like the games are not like easy. You can do nothing, lay back, and then you start winning the game. No, all games are not like that. Like almost all games they're hard. You need to put in work, and as a result of that work, you get like prizes. You get better at the game. So then it hooks that part of us wanting to accomplish something where we want to like put in some work and get a reward from that. So then when you're playing a video game and you're getting good at it, you're putting in the work into the game and then you're getting the reward that is getting good at it. It's like just like what? And the second thing, a sense of hierarchy and status. That's where the team games come in, where you can get good at it. First thing, this thing is a complementary to the last thing, where you put in skill and get better at the game. So then, when you have other players involved, you can get better at the game and start beating your opponents and have a like higher like hierarchy with your friends, online friends. So then, those two main things of us wanting to achieve something in life and a sense of status in life, those to get ticked off. And what you do as a result, you play video games. That's why like most guys, these are the two. This is like the two things that I found it common in like almost every guy. They play video games and they are unambitious in life, like real life, not in games because they want to be a Twitch streamer or some e-sport player. Just saying, even I had a dream of being an esports player. That worked out. So then it's like it's kind of sad if you think of it. Like we get hooked on these games so badly because we are like looking for something. We are looking for a sense of fulfillment and like status that we don't have in our real lives. Maybe our lives are like we are like down there in the bottom of the star socio hierarchy, and because of that we escape into the virtual world where we can play games and get good at that games. The thing is in real life there's a sense of unknown where if you invest time and invest everything and there's still a chance of something going wrong, but whereas in the virtual world, there's some sense of comfort, I guess. It's all virtual, right? And then you can invest that time, and then because you invested the time, you're hooked on the games. And then because of that, you get better at the game, and people respect you, and you get friends, online friends. And it gets hard to leave that like space because you build a like virtual life there. That's like almost everybody's hooked on games. It's just sad. My friends all are hooked on it. It's like 1 hour of video games won't like hurt. It's like addiction that like people. It's like yeah, like even I was like really badly like when I was down bad, when I was fat, and when I jacked off like 5 times a day, and Like when I was like utter loser, that time I was saying like, what did I do to not feel like a loser? I had two options. Like I could like s- face it, and then like when you or like I can face the problems. Like imagine this is a messy room, okay, and then like I need to clean it up. I could actually like right now face that thing and clean it up, or I could just get on the computer and then play some games or like just hop into a clean world, Minecraft or whatever. What do you think I did then? I tried to escape from my responsibilities. But in the responsibilities, like how much ever Minecraft I play, how much ever good like I get, how much ever like star social like hierarchy I get in the virtual world, the room is still messy. Your like real life is still messy. It's not gonna change anything. It's not gonna change this. It's not gonna arrange itself. Maybe you'll build up like a majestic palace castle in your online space, but like offline world is a mess. And well, I can't do anything for that. Like you need to like face it. You can't escape from it. No, it's like I'm thinking of this because like I really escaped from everything for like 2 years in the lockdown. Looking back, I would say I could have been productive, but it was like I was escaping from all the responsibilities of and the tragedies of life. It's like this is just a bedroom, but that's not what matters. It what matters is what the bedroom represents. It represents your life. It represents all the problems and the cracks and the holes and the leakage that's going on. You can't fix all of this at once. You do it at one by one. Fix one thing and then you do the next thing and the next thing, and then when you look you when you finally look, your room's clean. So like it's like I'm just saying like the moral of this video is just like stop running away from whatever responsibilities you have. Stop procrastinating. Just like I need you to do the one thing right now. After seeing this video, I know you had this one thing you wanted to do, like this one thing that was bugging you. Go do that thing right now because, like, if not now, when? If not like us, who? Exactly. So do that thing because you can't like fix the whole thing at once. You can only like do it once at a time. And so let's start off with the small things and then we build up to the bigger things. So then, like the thing that upsets me is like people don't even start off to the smaller things. Like they need to first step reduce their screen time. Like I sound like your parent who's telling you don't use your phones. It's not like that. I was like hooked on everything. One second.